So I'm really excited today because we're having none other than the New Orleans Entrepreneur Week, or as we both know it, NOE.
We've been a few times.
Exactly. But I know we both know what it is, but I want to tell everybody else just so they're up to speed.
Yeah.
So basically, the New Orleans Entrepreneur Week is a week long of extravaganza for business owners, startups, anyone in the ecosystem that is all things business. And
Yeah.
so this in particular is awesome because it's going to be from March 24th to 29th. So it's coming up real fast. And not only that, but they're going to have a summit from the 27th to the 28th. So there's going to be all kinds of great things going on. So from panels to workshops to keynote speakers to things in our neighborhoods.
I was going to say, don't forget knowing in your neighborhood.
That's right. And they're going to be all over the place, but there's going to be one big difference, and it's who they're partnering with.
Who?
They're partnering with none other than Loyola University this year, which I think is going to be pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, and your alumni. Or
Yeah.
your alum.
That's
Yeah.
right. And I'm really excited because we're going to be able to talk to someone from Loyola today.
All right. Who from Loyola is joining us?
Well, we got none other than Sam McCabe, who's the director for the Center of Entrepreneurship, coming in, and he's going to give us the scoop and what to expect from NOE this year.
Fabulous. I'm ready to get this party started.
Let's bring him in.
out.
Well, welcome in, man. Thanks for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, well, I mean, jumping right into it, know, Loyola.
Yeah.
This is
Go
the first.
Pack.
I feel like we've got a lot of NOEs under the belt, but no NOEs with Loyola.
No, that's new this year. Yeah, that was something we worked on last year. Our new dean, Dr. Bobby Savoy, he works with the Idea Village very closely, and I mean, we have done a lot of overlapping programming with them. We've got our Idea Core program we do with the MBA students, and we kind of feed them some interns here and there, and we have a lot of overlap in like people that are doing our programming and their programming too. So, plus I think like their whole team are all like Loyola alum as well. Like at least some of them are. And then also John over there was like the director of the center at one point, like over a decade ago. So, we have a very great relationship with the folks over there. And when they came to us last summer about the possibility of co-producing this year and then hosting it on our campus, we were stoked. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, why? I mean, why did you feel like this was the right opportunity for Loyola? It's always been downtown. It's always been, centrally located. Now we're kind of bringing it out of town.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Well, that's, you're not the first person to ask me that question this
Yeah.
year. And, it kind of, a lot of it comes with this idea of these lead partners that we've put together for this year, right? So, the way NOE works is it's a whole week of programming all over the city, and traditionally there's been a day or two at Gollier Hall downtown. That's kind of like the summit that we call it. And then, a bunch of the universities around town and other partners are putting on events on their own. So this year we kind of built this idea of, all right, let's have what we call lead partners putting on their major events throughout the week. So that's the Tulane Innovation Institute. That's the LePage Center over there at Tulane. Also, G&O Inc., the Beach at UNO, Xavier University, Tulane Book Fest, right? All of these things are kind of happening at the same time that week. So, let's kind of combine forces and bring it all together, right? So this idea of putting on, instead of one day at Gollier Hall downtown, let's do 2 days uptown that are butted up right against Book Fest across the street, right? So then there's going to be a bunch of signage all over that's like, hey, there's this thing going on at Book Fest later this afternoon. Go check that out across the street because it's also free, right? Or, same thing, vice versa. Come over to Loyola and see these amazing innovators that are talking about the crazy, exciting innovation or innovative things that they're doing. And, kind of meld all of this together, right?
Yeah.
To really kind of bring this like hub of thought leadership uptown is kind of what we're saying.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
yeah, it's cool. It was it's been an undertaking for sure, but
Yeah.
it's really exciting to see it all coming together right now.
That's awesome. And Maya, I know you've been to a bunch of NOEs yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I've been going to NOEs probably 8 years at least.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
NOE veteran.
Yeah, we at least some NOE vets up in here,
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, because like what were you were saying too, like you about having a unique perspective. Like, what do you think as far as like Loyola? Like, what do you? I know you had some questions about that.
I mean, I'm intrigued to know like what unique perspective do you think what what unique perspective do you think Loyola's Center of Entrepreneurship is bringing to NOE this year?
Absolutely. I mean, our mission is to really focus on the community here in New Orleans, right? We're the Center for Entrepreneurship and Community Development, right? So we focus on really building out what New Orleans and what our community, whether that's our students and alumni, our faculty and staff, or even just the people that we interact with here in New Orleans, such a great place to get started and to really build something, whether that's, you know, a new AI app or an ice cream shop, right? And really, you know, the community here is something that we really value and want to build off of, right? So, you know, on top of that, our students at Loyola, and, you know, I'm an alum as well, so, and I think y'all both know this, right? Like, it's a Jesuit university. We have really these values of trying to impact our community for the greater good, right? You know, being men and women for others. And that's something that I think that we can do with entrepreneurship and with innovation, right? We can really build our community in New Orleans and beyond with a lot of this, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, it kind of felt like a no-brainer to do this, right? To be able to showcase what our students can do, as well as to bring all of these people to Loyola to showcase what everyone else is doing here across, you know, New Orleans and Louisiana and the Gulf South and beyond.
Yeah,
So,
that's interesting, because I'm almost curious, like how involved are the students really going to be, like, at this point that, you know?
Well, I'm hopeful, very, right? We actually have the Thursday, so we're doing 2 days on campus of what used to be 1 day at Collier Hall is now 2 days at our campus. And that Thursday, we have really built programming across the main stages around kind of the tactical, practical, like how do you take this one aspect of something and go get started with it, right? We've got a couple of great panels we put together about, you know, different aspects of AI. We've got a couple of great panels that we've put together about the creator economy and the music industry and kind of everything in between that is hopefully going to engage these students and you know, really attract them to this entrepreneurship ecosystem, right? You know, our students have been really involved, right? Over the last, I mean, I've been doing this for, almost 4 years here at Loyola, and we've seen like exponential growth in the number of students that want to get involved with entrepreneurship, whether that's our, you know, creator event called the Side Hustle Expo we do in the fall to
Great event.
Yeah, you judged it this year. Thanks for coming.
Man, that lizard girl, she won it all, man.
Kat, if you're watching this, she's a winner. But yeah, you know, we do events for everyone who's got either something they're doing like selling on Etsy or creator economy, all the way through, you know, these other programs we do that are idea stage all the way through like startup, scale up, everything, right? Yeah. So we've had a really exponential growth in the interest in these programs, on top of, you know, just from the higher up administration too, just being excited about really showcasing what Loyola and our community can do, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm excited for that diversity because I've been to NOEW's where it felt very tech heavy. And I'm like, there's nothing for any of us other business owners. So
right. And I appreciate that feedback, right? That was something that we definitely heard from we heard from a lot of stakeholders and really tried to address, right? There is still going to be that, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
course.
like that is still, you know, what's, you know, there's been some unicorns happening in the last couple of years, and there's been, you know, some pretty cool exits and all that, but there's also most of the small businesses and entrepreneurs that we are working with at Loyola are just that. They're small businesses. They are somebody who had an idea for something, who is maybe creating a new product or, you know, is developing something new, but is, you know, really just trying to make an impact on something. Yeah. Right.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I feel like what I'm hearing too is, you know, that's really the Loyola spin this year, is really that sense of focus on entrepreneurship from not just like the startup level, but, you know, the level of like the day-to-day entrepreneurs that are kind of, you know, like Maya and I, you know, we're like, where's our, you know?
What's in it for me?
That's right. No, absolutely. You know, that's been something that, like, from the get-go with this was that I personally pushed for, is like, you know, if we're going to get our students involved, like, this is what they're paying attention to. They're also interested in this, in the other stuff, right? Like, we're definitely, we've got a couple of great panels about local and regional investors that are going to be happening. We've got a couple of like kind of bigger name people coming in to talk on the main stage on Friday, especially too.
Okay. Big names.
I can't really talk about it yet. I'm sorry, they're not confirmed, but we're excited about who it is.
Okay, we'll hold on to our seat.
Yeah, right. Please.
We'll put it in like little text. We've revealed.
Yeah, right. But no, it's we've got 4 main themes this year, right? And it's build it here, scale it here, business of the future, and not so artificial intelligence, right? Yeah. Where, we're trying to showcase with this programming, hey, you could start it here and build it here, and then you can also go take it to the next level and exit here. You could also, there's a ton of really great startups here that are utilizing AI in ways that nobody else is, right? Mm-hmm. There's also just so much that we can do with what the culture of New Orleans and the businesses that are already here. Think of, the music industry, the hospitality industry. We've got a whole panel built out about the future of festivals, right? Because nobody does a festival better than New Orleans. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So it's fun, and it's, to be honest with you, putting this puzzle together of the programming on these stages has been a challenge, but also just cool. What do we get to showcase about this amazing city? Yeah. Right.
Are you only doing the programming at Loyola or across the week?
Yeah, so my team is only putting together the programming at the 2-day summit. We are kind of managing the week-long stuff. So, my amazing team with Farah and Kirsten at work have been dealing with all of the NOEW in Your Neighborhood events, which I know Josh is putting on a couple.
And got my hat in the ring.
That's right. All the NOEW in Your Neighborhood events and the lead partner events. Those are, we've kind of curated a lot of that, but they're in charge of what they're doing, right? Like UNO, they have all day Monday at the New Society with the beach, and they're doing this whole day, whole Future of Energy Day. And it's going to be awesome. The program looks so cool, and I think it starts at 10 a.m. Don't quote me on that. And goes all day, and it's with a bunch of really cool panels and pitches, and just it's going to be a really exciting program that I have not had anything to do with planning.
But you're taking all the credit.
No, I'm not taking any of the credit, because the team over at the beach are awesome, and they're killing it, and we're excited to have them as a partner this year. Right?
That's awesome.
Same thing with Tulane, right? Wednesday, they have the Innovation Institute has their Innovation Day at Tulane, and they've got a whole day worth of great programming. They've got a 50K pitch in the afternoon. It's going to be really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Well, I'm really curious because, all right, I'm going to paint a picture here to explain this question. So you and the whole team are together, and you've talked about NOEW, and you're talking about NOEW.
Yeah.
And, outside, because it's going to run without a hitch. That's the picture I'm going to paint. It's going to be perfect. Everything's going to run perfectly fine. Now, my question is, in this world, what are your hopes for the program? What are your hopes that this year's program really does? Knowing that everything's going to happen perfectly fine, the way you planned it, what do you hope that it achieves?
I mean, I hope it inspires people, right? The goal of this is to be kind of the front door to the ecosystem, right? Where it's got this programming that can help showcase what New Orleans can do, what Louisiana can do, and beyond, honestly. And all it really takes is, and I teach this in my class at Loyola with my first year students, all it really takes is somebody seeing a problem in front of them and thinking of a new way to solve it, right? And if we can inspire somebody from one of these panel events or one of these speakers, or we've got a whole stage that is literally just devoted to founder stories for 5 hours, where it's every 10 minutes we've got a new founder coming in talking about their story and how they got started, right? See that it's this amazingly diverse group of people that just had an idea and then is now doing something with that, right? And think about what it is that they are, what is that person that's attending passionate about? How can they be inspired to go make a change, go make something incredible happen with whatever it is that they're working on, right?
Awesome. I love it. That's
great.
We're going to get all of them inspired. All of us are going to come back here. We're gonna knock our socks off. We're gonna
gas tanks will be full of energy and new ideas
Exactly. That's awesome.
It's gonna be fun. I'm really excited about it, and just the setup too on campus is gonna be great. We are literally taking over the center of campus for 2 days. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
So,
wow, that's
yeah.
good. What you tell the students?
Yeah, well,
I want to circle back to programming and something else new I saw at NOEW this year that I was really excited about. There's 2 events in New Orleans East, and I don't know whose team did that, but kudos to that because I know a lot of organizations keep talking about trying to do stuff in New Orleans East, and it's not happening. And I'm really excited that those 2 are on my calendar. I'm like, blocking it. I gotta go.
I'm gonna be there no matter what.
I'm pretty sure one of those was OHUB. My friend Leroy and Nikki over at OHUB, they have because they asked me to come speak at one of them on. I think one of them's on the Tuesday night. I think. Yeah, but it's at the same time as a thing that I've got to do at Loyola, so I couldn't make it. But the folks at OHUB are doing awesome things to really bring in the folks from the East, and I mean, a lot of people are. I think I don't want to overstep, so I'm not sure who else is working. I don't know the specific events of the other one either, but especially with the neighborhood events, right? We had double the applications this year for Know Your Neighborhood events than we've had in the past. And I mean, that's just coming off of what I understand from Idea Village because I wasn't involved in that piece in the past.
Yet to be confirmed, but confirmed.
Yeah, but we had, last year there were like 20 neighborhood events. This year there's over 40.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, there's this really big,
confirmed.
Yeah, right. There's this big push to be as inclusive of the community as we possibly can, right? Because, if we want to actually build this ecosystem that can support everybody, then we need to be included in every piece of the ecosystem. Yeah. So, there's a really awesome, just really diverse and really widespread amount of neighborhood events this year that are happening, really throughout the week. The majority of them are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because we did kind of suggest like, hey, we are going to be pushing people to the summit on Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
But there's like a couple of really cool happy hours on Thursday and Friday. Yeah. There's, Xavier actually, they're technically a lead partner, but they're putting on this really cool 2-day conference on Wednesday and Thursday.
Wow.
It's bringing in people from all over the state to talk about business and leadership, right? So it's really it's exciting to see such a really just great diverse group of people being so excited about the same thing.
Yeah,
right?
That's amazing.
So,
I mean, well, I guess too, talking all about Noe and your involvement, once this, is the week is concluded, what's going to be your involvement after the fact? Is there a future for you all together? Or?
The plan is that we keep doing this.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay. Wow.
That's the goal. Assuming that everything goes well. And as of right now, I don't see a reason why we wouldn't.
Okay.
Right. We're working with the Idea Village, and I've really enjoyed working with them. They're great folks, and it's our team combined with theirs has really made for some great a great connection and like of differing perspectives that I think is helping build out a really great program this year.
You're forming Voltron.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right.
Which one uses the left leg?
Oh, good question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I have to think about that. I don't remember the difference.
Yeah.
But
well, there's a left leg and a right leg. Well, one's on the left, one's on the right.
Well, when we post this episode, we'll ask it as a poll question for the audience. Yeah.
I love it.
I'm right-handed, so I think I want to say the right hand.
Oh, you're the right hand. Whoa.
Right leg. Oh, not left hand.
Wow. Okay. All right. Big man over here. Big man.
My wife's a lefty, so we like make that joke a lot. Sorry.
Shout out to Sheree.
Yeah. Hey, Sheree. But it's been a really great partnership, and it's been something that I have learned a lot. I think our team over there has given us a lot of really great insight, but I also think what's been great about this being a new partnership is that we've gotten to kind of make some decisions that are going to help make it a great program, right? And on top of that too, like all of these lead partners we've been working with, right? They've all had a say about a lot of this. When we initially took this on last summer, we had a meeting at Loyola that was folks from, my team, as well as Idea Village, as well as Tulane Innovation Institute and The Beach and GNO Inc. and Xavier and all of these people, right? And the New Society, they're another one, right? That they've really helped guide us on like, okay, cool. What type of programming do you want to see? How do you think this can work best to support everybody, right? Because that's what matters, right? If this is going to be an event that we're going to have, 6,000 people sign up for across the week to show up at all, 40 of these neighborhood events and all these great lead partner events and competitions and all of these things, how is it supporting everybody and in a positive way? And that's been, so that's been the goal. So not just with us in Idea Village, but with all these lead partners too. It's just been a really fun partnership on it. Like, fun is the word I use for it. We have these meetings once a month, and it's like, 15, 20 people in a room just like getting excited about NOEW. So it's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. That's great.
That's great, because that excitement is just going to radiate throughout the event,
sure hope
and
so.
then for us as participants.
That's right.
There.
That's right. Yeah. That's the goal. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, so knowing that this episode is going to come out right before NOEW, so like a few weeks before, 1 week before, we won't give out a date, but it's coming out. But basically, my question is, what obviously you want people to participate, but what are other things how can people get involved with NOEW? Things you would want people to know about NOEW, call to action before.
Just get registered ahead of time, right? Like, go to noew.org, NOEW.org, and check out the schedule, see all of the exciting different panels and events that we're putting on. There's a lot of really just incredible and inspiring and insightful programming that I think is going on that's really bringing a lot of the community together, right? So, if you're interested in getting started, if you already have something you've started, if you want to network and showcase and just meet a bunch of people and learn and have fun and, I don't know, I get excited, and so I like.
Me too.
It's all coming together in a way that I think this year is going to be just a really exciting few days here in New Orleans.
Yeah.
So awesome. Like I said, NOEW.org, NOEW. And click that register button. It's free. It costs $0 and
$0.
$0.
This is a zero.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah. But it's just go get registered, get ready to roll, and we'll see you on campus for those 2 days at the summit and all over town for the rest of the week too. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like that's a great place to wrap. What do you think, Maya?
I think that's it.
Cool. All right.
Perfect.
Well, now we're going to do... Oh, thank you. Yeah. We're going to have... Maya and I are going to do our prepared outro song that we prepared.
Oh.
Ooh. Thank you for coming, Missions Bayou.
Thank you.
Bayou.
I know a few people that could make you guys an outro song.
Oh, man. Thanks for joining us, man.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
This is great.
Y'all have a good one.
All right.
Thanks for listening to Missions Bayou, powered by Comfy Stone. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow the podcast wherever you listen. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment, letting us know your thoughts and who you'd like to hear from next. We'll see y'all next time.